Someone wrote, this was on my screen on Zoom. It's a direct message, so I'm not going to mention the name. I bought a car after lots and lots of research about this car repair shop that also sold cars, and this car had a rebuilt engine with a warranty. Turned out it was not. It's leaking. Let's see. So I focused on my dream and imagined this person, the person that sold it to her, at the highest, most honest, loving self without an attachment to outcome. He is reflecting something in me I have not admitted still in myself, and releasing, loving us both without conditions. Thanks for sharing things with other people. A friend invited me here and I'm grateful. Okay, good. And this is something, this may be a practice that you enjoy. I have, for me, I'm just going to talk about how my perception of life. There could be a hiccup in doing this for some people. The hiccup can be coming from using your will to change another person. And it may not be doing that when you do this. I just want to mention because when we imagine someone as pure love, it is who they truly are. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But often with our human minds, we are doing this to create a result. We're doing this because we didn't like the outcome. It's coming from love, and there's a little bit of something in there. And it may not be for you. I just want to make that clear. But when someone hears a suggestion and then they take it on and they think, I'm going to try that. That might help, Just that idea that it might help a situation lets me know that that person will use the suggestion, use their will to shift something in someone else. My preference is to simply make any focus you ever choose all about you. Just get in touch with what you really, really want. It's all about what you desire, because that's your GPS. That's the roadmap provided by your soul. It is the purest, most direct contact with your divine nature. I have another meme let's move this over here. It's related. So I put especially when you're facing a challenge, but what we want to be doing, this would be the lifelong practice. If you put energy into anything, put energy into this. Continually move your focus to what you want and withdraw your attention from anything you don't want. So you can do this throughout the day. This isn't when just big things happen. So you're sitting at your desk, lunchtime's coming up, and you might think to yourself, what do I want to do during lunch? What would I love to do? Do I want to go for a walk? Do I want to chat with a coworker? Continually move towards what you want. And when you do that, what you don't want is automatically diminished. You're always moving towards something better. Life is behind you, uplifting you, holding you up, wanting to move you towards something better. All the time. It's the blossoming of self. It's the pure being. This is what you're exposing and unfolding into. It's almost like becoming inside out is the image. Where the true nature of life is what presents itself, rather than the shell of everything we've been taught and trained and hypnotized into believing. You can do this. And the steps are so simple. And I know it doesn't feel easy, and it's only because it's not what you're used to. But if you do it for a few days and then a few weeks, it becomes automatic. So it is so much easier. And then the little bumps in the road, you remind yourself, I'm not going to put my energy on that. I'm going to focus on my dream. I'm going to continually think about, what would I love? What do I want to do next? Because all answers are available to you. The only restrictions you have in life are self-imposed. I don't care if it's physical, financial, emotional, relationship-wise, all restrictions. Any reason why you don't have what you want is self-imposed. It starts in the self. It's in your imagination. And the equivalent is being created all the time in your 3D world, in your current reality. You want something different in your current reality? Start here. This connects to here. What would you truly love? What do you want right now? Chocolate sundae? I had a chocolate donut yesterday. It was so good. Choose what you would love. Okay. I want to share. I was on Facebook this morning, and a friend posted this. It made me laugh. You can't get mad at people who suck the life out of you if you keep giving them the straw. And I thought, okay, that hits home for me. All right. Wait, one more. Yeah, Anita Morgani. I loved her book. I don't know if you've read this, Dying to Be Me. It is an amazing perspective. And what she describes during a near-death experience, and she had crossed over, she describes, I'll read the meme first. When you have a judgment about money, it's because on some level you've been conditioned to believe that money and greed go hand in hand. They don't have to go hand in hand. Greed is a personality trait. Money is just a commodity. And I love that. Because oftentimes we're told to not want so much, or to be humble. Oh gosh, it's like putting you in jail. That's what that is. You're imprisoned with that belief. You hold the key. You can let yourself out at any time. And when you do that, the same happens for your neighbors. But do it for you. Doing it for your neighbors keeps everybody imprisoned. And yes, I understand in an emergency situation, in a dire situation, you might need to step in, step up, and help someone. That's different. I'm talking about the way to live life. Improve within you, and it improves around you. Okay, I wanted to say that Anita Morgani talks about when she, I believe, had crossed over to the other side, it was as if like being in a big empty building, like a huge warehouse that's completely dark. And the way we live life, we have a little flashlight, like the light on your phone. And so you could just see this, and you see this aspect of life. And this is how I'm interpreting what she wrote. And on the other side, or in our greater self, the floodlights in the entire building come on, and you see the workings of life. This is what happened to me in 2016. And this is what I teach. So the steps that I talk about here are those steps that awaken you. And that is a natural, seeing the whole, a greater because I know there's more that many of us are not seeing right now, that I'm not seeing yet. But overall, to see the workings of life, this happens as you start to watch what you think about, and you quiet the thoughts that don't serve you. You quiet the useless, busy thoughts. Anything that sounds like a complaint, that's the big target. Anything that sounds like a complaint or complaining nature, and I'm not talking about the spoken word. My thing is just on what goes through your mind. The spoken word will follow. Doesn't have my focus is the power of thought, because in my own experience, that's how I've created.